Tensions between India and Pakistan, long a fixture of South Asian geopolitics, erupted once again in the spring of 2025. A horrific attack on April 22nd targeted tourists in Indian-controlled Kashmir. India swiftly blamed Pakistan-based terrorists for the massacre. The incident, which claimed the lives of dozens, proved to be a tipping point. India launched Operation Sindoor on May 6, conducting airstrikes against alleged terrorist camps within Pakistan and Pakistan-administered Kashmir. Pakistan, denying any involvement in the April 22nd attack, responded with its own military offensive, codenamed Operation Bunyan Mahsus. Pakistani fighter jets targeted Indian military installations. The situation escalated rapidly, with both sides deploying drones and missile systems. The specter of a wider conflict, one potentially engulfing the entire region, loomed large. International condemnation was swift, with world leaders urging restraint and a return to dialogue. The human cost of this latest chapter in the India-Pakistan conflict was significant. While casualty figures varied, reports indicated nearly 70 fatalities. The civilian toll exacerbated existing tensions, deepening mistrust and animosity. The international community watched with bated breath as the situation threatened to spiral out of control. The urgency for a ceasefire was undeniable. As the fighting raged, diplomatic channels, though strained, remained open. Behind the scenes, a flurry of activity was underway. International actors, recognizing the gravity of the situation, stepped up their efforts to mediate between the two nuclear-armed neighbors. A breakthrough emerged on May 10th, 4 days after India's initial airstrikes. A high-ranking Pakistani military official reached out to his Indian counterpart via a dedicated hotline. This direct communication between the two militaries proved pivotal. It opened the door for serious ceasefire negotiations. Both sides acknowledged the need to de-escalate the situation. The hotline, established in the wake of the 2003 ceasefire agreement, served its purpose as a vital communication link during a crisis. While the initial contact was bilateral, it soon became clear that international pressure played a significant role in bringing both sides to the table. The United States, in particular, through the direct involvement of President Trump, exerted considerable influence, leveraging its relationships with both India and Pakistan. China too engaged in diplomatic efforts, urging its longtime ally Pakistan to pursue a peaceful resolution. Despite the shared goal of a ceasefire, the narratives emerging from India and Pakistan regarding the negotiations revealed subtle but significant differences. India emphasized the direct nature of communication with Pakistan, highlighting its willingness to engage bilaterally to resolve the crisis. Indian officials stressed that the ceasefire was a result of these direct talks and the mutual desire to restore peace and stability. Pakistan, on the other hand, while acknowledging the bilateral communication, placed greater emphasis on the role of international intermediaries, particularly the United States. Pakistani officials praised the efforts of President Trump and his administration in facilitating the ceasefire. They pointed to assurances received from the US regarding India's commitment to upholding the ceasefire as a key factor in their decision to agree to the truce. These differing narratives, while not directly contradictory, underscored the complex interplay of domestic politics and international diplomacy. Both India and Pakistan sought to portray themselves as responsible actors committed to peace. At the same time, they were each keen to demonstrate strength and resolve to their respective constituencies. The ceasefire, therefore, became a story told through two lenses, each reflecting the national priorities and political calculations of the two rivals. The India-Pakistan ceasefire was not solely the result of bilateral dialogue. It was also a testament to the crucial role played by global powers in diffusing a potentially catastrophic situation. The United States, under the Trump administration, adopted a proactive approach. President Trump, known for his personal engagement in international affairs, was in direct contact with both Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. The US leverage stemmed from its close ties with both countries. The Trump administration had cultivated a strong relationship with India, seeing it as a key partner in countering China's influence in the Indo-Pacific region. Simultaneously, the US maintained its long-standing relationship with Pakistan, albeit one strained by disagreements over Afghanistan and counter-terrorism strategies. China, Pakistan's all-weather friend, also played a significant role. Foreign Minister Wang Yi engaged in shuttle diplomacy, speaking with his counterparts in both India and Pakistan. China's interests were clear: to prevent a regional conflagration that could destabilize its western border and disrupt its ambitious Belt and Road Initiative. Saudi Arabia, a close ally of Pakistan, also engaged in behind-the-scenes mediation, leveraging its economic and religious influence to urge restraint. The announcement of the ceasefire on May 10, 2025, was met with a collective sigh of relief across the Indian subcontinent and beyond. In India, celebrations erupted in the streets as people welcomed the news, relieved that the spectre of war had receded. Similar scenes played out in Pakistan, where citizens, weary of decades of hostility with India, expressed cautious optimism. The international community too breathed a sigh of relief, praising the ceasefire as a victory for diplomacy and a crucial step towards lasting peace. The immediate aftermath of the ceasefire saw both countries taking tentative steps to solidify the truce. Military commanders from both sides established contact to ensure strict adherence to the ceasefire agreement. The hotline, which proved instrumental in initiating the dialogue, remained active to address any potential violations or misunderstandings. World leaders, including President Trump, Pope Leo XIV, and the leaders of the UK and EU, welcomed the ceasefire and urged both India and Pakistan to seize this opportunity to address the underlying issues that have plagued their relationship for decades. The hope was that this fragile peace could pave the way for a more permanent solution to the long-standing disputes that have kept the two nuclear-armed neighbors on edge.